Anybody want to start?
I can start. Yeah, temperature check.
Great.
I mean,
Exactly.
the debate was so fun, and now we have like the top five on the runoff. I'm excited also like to work with you, Nate, on the and Juan and Tam on the pamphlets. Yeah, I'm excited. Passing to Livy.
Temperature check. It feels a bit weird, right? With the holidays. I don't know. I'm just having this fogginess of like, oh, I would love to stop for a little bit and like recover my brain. But I feel like there's a lot of things to be done. So I think I'm not having like an accurate sense of the community, but it feels like rest is nice. I'll pass to Juanca.
Um, yeah, last weeks I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like trying to organize Gravity and the funding proposal. But Griff and Heather have helped me a lot, like figuring out that. So I feel like that is a weight out of my shoulders, and that the proposal for Gravity is like more shaped. So I feel good about that. And yeah, like we are making the role descriptions, and things are very more organized than there were some weeks ago, and I think that's positive. I also liked the dynamic of the voting, and um, yeah, I agree with Levy that maybe it would be good to chill things a bit in these days, but also to have like the community call at least to share some of the time, and also with the people that maybe doesn't have anything planned for the holidays. And I'll pass to Nate.
Thank you. So I'm feeling pretty good. I really enjoyed the runoff vote or the initial vote for the Commons upgrade. I think it was really amazing the debate that we had and the turnout that we had. Actually, sorry, the people who were in the debate. Um, I feel like the voting turnout could have been a little bit better. I was kind of curious why it was so low. But then again, it's a whole different dynamic. But yeah, outside of that, I think everybody in the community is doing really well, and I think we have a lot of moving parts, which is really nice. And I'm looking forward, like Livia said, to rest. So I'm gonna pass it over to Edu.
Thank you, Nate. Yeah, the rest part. I feel there is always this feeling of guiltiness over taking time out. Um, and it happened to me yesterday because I had to decide whether to go or whether to go to the runoff vote, to the debate, the last final debate. Um, and Tam, we had this conversation with Tam also about resting or not resting, or whether you will be online, whether you won't be online. And I have to admit that I feel bored if I'm not online. So, it's this mixed feeling stuff. The rest, I really like the people who turn out, people who I haven't seen in a long time on the TEC server, just popping out in a Sunday session of the debate. So I don't know. I felt that the outreach satisfies me in the way of seeing these people joining after so long. So I was really happy with that on Monday and Sunday with the debates. So back to you, Nate.
All right, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, moving on with PSA. Have you updated your sprint issues? So if you haven't done that, take a moment to do it now. Make Tam's life a lot easier if you can. So from what Tam was talking about earlier, the TE community, the Token Engineering Academy, is looking towards more. We want to collaborate more with a little bit of coordination between the two. And I know V has volunteered to join their monthly call, but we need to make sure that we have a couple of other stewards that are willing to join their monthly call to kind of integrate these two communities together. And I was wondering if anybody is up for that. Is anybody interested in actually participating in the token engineering monthly call?
I can go. I went the last time too.
Anybody else have time for that? Or?
When is it?
I'm not sure if we have dates yet set for it. I don't know when they're actually community call. I tried looking it up, but I could not find it.
If I'm not wrong, it's the 19th of January.
19th
Okay,
of
yeah.
January.
I would like to go.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I can try to come too. And also I've been in with the T Academy in this program. So I feel like there's also another overlap there, and we're having the TEC as a case study in the research. So I think there's a lot of points of contact.
And is there any
Also
other
in
ways
there.
we can help integrate the communities?
Maybe
Does anybody have any
some,
ideas on that?
maybe more like cross pollination of educative initiatives. Like there's the CAD boot camp that is free, and maybe some people in the community would be interested to participate. I feel like we could promote that more, and then just share learnings. And we could ask Angela if there's something from the research groups of the results that they already have that could be picked up by the TEC to go more in depth into things.
I will say also to add the TE dates to our calendar, just to bring awareness to our community. Just tag them as the TE server section, but just to include their stuff, the most important stuff. Maybe I don't think they have too much stuff, but just to add it to our calendar. And I think we talk about this in Communitas, and I'm about to do it in the next hours, which is open education channel on our Discord. And that channel just have Web3 stuff. For example, a video about the 8 principal Ostroms, just things that people are related to. And I think having a bridge of that channel in between their Discord and our Discord could be a nice way for mutual collaboration, because there's a lot of knowledge on their side too.
Yeah, we are bridged to their Discord, but their Discord is not bridged to ours. So yeah. And the calendar, actually we use the TE calendar. Like that red calendar is the TE calendar.
But then they don't update it. I mean, they don't. I mean, the other thing that we could just do is have a session with whoever it's a coordinator there, or whoever is more active on their communities, to sort of try to help them over with a little bit of with this logistics to the community.
Yeah, there was a call with Pat, Heater, Bye, MS, and I. Like, we're talking about it, and right now, like, most of the meetings of T are on Zoom. I mean, they're planning to change it to Discord, but yeah, like, it's a thing, like, it needs to happen.
All right.
Yeah, I also think that maybe starting from January or from February, our idea from Gravity is to have like a calendar of activities, and also share that calendar of activities with the T community, to engage them in the practice groups, in the continued education activities that we will have.
And so, okay, that sounds great. Anybody else have any thoughts on it? All right, so moving forward, we have the community call, Cagatio tomorrow, calling all Santas. Livy, maybe you have better insight to this holiday. I remember it from last year, but very vaguely. So I remember just like poop on a log. Is that correct?
Well, I think Zaptimus is the best one to talk about it because
Yeah.
he's in there.
I mean, that's the event, and also it's on 25. I'm probably better to do it like next week. I mean, some people just don't like to do parties before they happen, and I don't know. What do
Yeah.
you?
Well, good.
I think it depends on the availability. If we see a crowd call, it will be more fun. Before. I mean, for me, I think it's after the holidays pass, doesn't make sense. It makes sense. It makes more sense before the holidays pass because everyone's in the same mood. Once Christmas passed, everyone is past the mood, you know.
I agree. Hi, Chewy.
Hey, Nate. Sorry to be late, everyone.
No, you good? You want to give us a temperature check real quick?
Yeah, sure. I I was super pumped up by the voting. I I actually was surprised at how like distracted everyone was by the votes, and I feel that Paul's interventions like really took us out of our comfort zone and started making us like think about other implications. And I feel that that was something special. I was afraid that it was gonna be like this, but yeah, I feel that things like that prepare us for the better taking these challenges.
Nice. And so, just to catch you up on everything, I have one more question for you, Chewy, and that is the stewards are trying to kind of trying to integrate both the TE Academy and the Token Engineering Commons a little bit better. We're trying to get people to join their monthly meetings. Would you be interested in that or no? And do you have any ideas on other ways to integrate the two communities?
For the T Academy, I'm sorry, I think you cut out for a second.
Sorry. So the TE Academy has a monthly call, and we're trying to get more stewards participating in that call, and just seeing if you're interested, or if not, do you have any other ideas on it? Okay. Do you have any other ideas how to integrate the communities better?
I feel that also if we could bring on board the T Academy team, it would be just like super useful. Like for example with the animation team, it just popped in my head this morning that they would be great for becoming quantifiers because they pretty much need to put together like an animated tutorial for being quantifiers. So I feel that this applies just the same. If we are trying to support the T Academy with communications and just any kind of like content production, I feel that Anatek and Angela, who are leading these efforts, should definitely be on board. And I also feel that if the more stewards, the better.
All right. Thank you, Chewy. So moving on to remember the dates for voting. So we've proposed in debate, we've debated and rocked the vote. Our next dates are going to be from December 21st to January 7th, which we're currently in, holidays and Stewards Council and voter pamphlets. And so if you're interested in joining us on Friday to discuss the voter pamphlets, I will be leading that call and trying to get that organized for us. And I know that a couple of you are already interested in joining, and I look forward to seeing you there. It's in the calendar. January 7th to the 13th is going to be the final runoff vote. Libby, I came in late to the last meeting for that. Do we have 4 proposals, or is it 5? Did
5.
mathematics make it? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So we'll have 5 total proposals to deal with. And so, yeah. Moving on to the reminder of the Commons upgrade, tracking critical pieces of work. So demo with the feedback. I'm not sure if anybody is aware of the Gardens demo live on Rinkby. Do we have any updates on that? Anybody know? No, Griff's not here. But if not, okay. How about the Covenant? Anybody have any updates on the Covenant?
Yeah, it's ready. I'm just thinking if this is the best time to propose now. Like I just got it back from legal yesterday, the day before yesterday. And yesterday you felt like it would be too tumultuous with the other vote going on. And then today I wanted to ask in this call if you guys think it's a good idea to propose right now. It feels like the attention is a bit like dissipated. And there's also another vote that is the changing Angela for Gabby in the multi-sig. So Gabby accepted already. I have his wallet info and stuff. So I think that vote, we could do it right now because, I mean, if just us vote, it would be enough, you know?
Okay, so
we should still promote it for sure.
Angela did not want the multi-sig responsibility. So is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the vote happening?
Well, it's not happening yet. This was just something I wanted to share in this call. If we think that it's okay to push the covenant for the first week of January and have the multi-sig one happening today.
Yeah, I think that like the multi-sig is can be done today because it's like an easy decision, and maybe the covenant we can make it with more engagement from the community after the holidays.
Yeah, does anyone have a different opinion?
No, I'm just kind of, I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on like what happened with it. Did she just change her mind? Is that all that happened?
In the stewards chat, there's a little explanation there if you want to read. But long story short, I messed up because I was the first person to nominate her, and in the forum at least. I don't remember how it happened, but I didn't talk to her. And that was my responsibility to talk to her about that. And then other people nominated her after, and then nobody talked to her. And me and the other people who nominated her didn't talk to each other. So it was this big lack of communication. And then Mitch talked to her, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know about that." So then I had a call with her, and she said she just didn't want to. She said she was very honored and that she thinks is an amazing initiative, and she's very happy with everything happening. She just doesn't want to commit with another role right now because the TE Academy will be scaling a little bit next year, so she wants to be fully focused on that. But she appreciates like everything. So then I suggested
so-
Zaptimus, and Zaptimus suggested Gabi. So I talked to Gabi, and he's happy to take it. And now we just need to go through this like little formal process, since everything was decided on Snapshot, just to propose like the change.
Okay, so we're just having a single snapshot vote on whether to add Gabby and replacing Angela.
Yeah, because Gabi was
Okay.
what he was in the proposal that was second most voted.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That sounds good. I just wanted to clarify that because I didn't know if we were doing a whole nother multi-sig vote again. Okay. So what about the legal terms and conditions for the ABC and conviction voting? Does anybody have any updates on that?
I know they were working on the conviction voting one, and there's some updates, but Pablo, who is this new lawyer that came into legal, he just got in holidays after, so he took a look at it, left some comments, and I think it's still like in process.
Okay. Working group funding proposals. Anybody have any updates on their working group funding proposals? I know, Wonka, you said you had something.
Hey, sorry, just before we move to that, I just wanted to is that so nobody has an objection to posting the covenant in the first week of January?
For me.
I mean, it's on the forum, so people can still do comments, right? So, yeah, I mean, the latest. So I feel like, as soon as we have it, like before the comments upgrade and people can. I mean, I really think it's going to pass. So I think if there is more time for advice process, it's also beneficial.
So you think proposing now it would be better?
No, your plan, I think it's right, because right now, like if someone that's, I don't know, like that's new to the community, or have some new inputs to the covenant, they can suggest an advice process, and I really think it's going to pass. So having like more time for advice process, it's always good, even if no one's comments, but they have the opportunity. So yeah, the plan you said is good.
Yeah, the only con of this is that we'll have to propose on the hatch DAO, and I just wanted to propose on Snapshot because the hatch DAO is a bit clunky to like, just so everybody has awareness of it. But then we would have 4 days of Snapshot plus 4 days of the hatch DAO. So that would be a full week, but that would still be on time with the Commons upgrade vote. So if everything is just posted like in the first week of January, then we're good in time. It's just a little pushy,
And what does the covenant cover exactly? Like, is this meant to be the document that Celeste would use?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I know that Griff talked about, and he mentioned that an idea for making sure that any type of conviction voting proposal that went too long, that it could be automatically challenged. I thought that was a really good idea, and that it should be part of the covenant, but I haven't actually had time to go through the covenant yet. Is that part of it?
Well, the idea is that all governance, everything that is everything related to governance should go to that polycentric governance framework forum post, and that is linked in the covenant because the governance will change all the time, and then we can always change that document through Snapshot. but we shouldn't be changing the covenant all the time because we'll have to be voted on DAO voting.
And so for this covenant to be like basically binding and legitimate, do we have to have updates like on a current like recurring interval? Like, is it going to be a problem for that?
I don't understand. What do you ask?
I just don't understand how like Celeste is going to say this is objective if it's always changing. Like we can like it'll reference that document and maybe unless we have some type of way to update that document.
It's not always changing. It's just that that document should be changed, can be changed on Snapshot. But the covenant can't be changed on Snapshot because it's on chain. So it would always have to go to DAO voting. And that process is more costly in all ways. So we don't want, like, the governance will be, the governance just changes, like the tools change, the ways we do change, and we should be able to change that with a somehow more optimal way that is not so costly for the community. And then that is linked in the covenant. So anytime we want to make any change to our governance framework, we can just propose that to Celeste and then change the rest and then don't.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's community voting basically, and to change those documents.
Yeah, and then to change Celeste per se, like anything that is written on Celeste that is not linked to another document, then would have to be changed by DAO voting.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I was just curious about that. I did not know the kind of the inner workings of Celeste. Has it been widely used in OneHive, or is it just kind of very rare? I
think
don't know if
Huey
I've
knows
seen
a
it
little
active.
bit more of that, but I think they've been using for like 6 months or something now, right, Chewy?
I'm sorry, Libby. For the funding, you mean for the initial funding?
No, if Celeste has been used for how long in OneHive? I think around 6 months.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's let me check. The first the first dispute that it had was a test one for OneHive. So far, there have been 3. The first one was blocked. The other 2 ones were allowed, but they are they're about to start using it more with as gardens get added. And yeah, this was back in April 25th. So even longer than that. Yeah, April 25th, 21 is the first dispute. After that, August and October. Yep.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I was just curious about that, and it's something that we don't talk about as much. So I just wanted to lean into it a little bit. Does anybody else have any comments on the covenant? Go ahead.
It's just that as far as I know, the intention of invoking Celeste is to have a third party be able to evaluate the situation. So it might, I mean, it might be better if we mention that once it's on Celeste's hands, is pretty much on OneHive hands, and it's not fully dependent of the TEC or any associates. Like if it scales to invoking Celeste, is because we couldn't deal with the issue ourselves. So now we're requesting third party to help. So I don't know how much we should respond legally, or how to correctly approach that.
Yeah, so the concern is that it's basically just one Hive members that are on the Celeste board at the moment.
Yeah, mostly honey keepers.
Okay.
And yeah, people that worked in gardens mostly.
Does anybody else see that as a concern moving forward?
I mean, we vote on that, right?
Sorry.
I mean, I was just saying, like, we had 100% of approval on Celeste, like we agreed, all of us, in the past at least. I mean, if nothing changed. I mean,
Yeah.
we could,
Yeah. Well, we can keep just keep that in your mind. I get concerned with the idea that Celeste is only held by, the people who will be judging these decisions will be a small group of people that are probably well known or not as decentralized as we'd like them to be.
the thing is, like,
Yeah, it's not.
yeah, I was just going to say, like, anyone can be a juror. Like, I'm actually a juror there, like, and I have like honey, and everyone can put honey and be a juror. It's very decentralized, and then the people is going just to read Covenant and vote, and it's very very incentivized to do your vote well, because otherwise you lose money.
Yeah, we are using TC tokens to stake. So the idea is that the more gardens there is, the more people there is there. It's not centralized.
Yeah, I'm just bringing this up in its current state. I don't know, like I haven't looked at it, so I'm not sure, and just wanted to bring those issues up if they need to be addressed.
Are you saying, Levi, like the jurors are going to be stayed with TC? So the jurors are going to be from TC?
I'm just saying that at the beginning we have a small pool. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Livy.
Yeah, Zep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, so let's move to the working group funding proposals. Does anybody have any updates on that?
I
want
do.
to start with Chewy. All
right. During the first syncs with teams that we had this week, I pretty much let like the most consistent contributors know about the retroactive bonus. I hated calling it like that because it's not accurate, but like I feel that more people are in context if I say if I call it like this. So some of the expectations that we have for adding this to our funding proposal are for people to be in a better place, like especially around cultural integration and just everything that there is to know. So with, let's say, with animation and video production, one of the first projects that they will take on is are the tutorials for quantifiers. But I figured out that it is like so much better if they are incentivized to start like their research and everything right now, so that they can start a development phase. And once we get the funding proposal passed, they can immediately jump into pre-production and actually like start animating instead of getting everything. So a similar idea is on board with the T Academy. So yeah, the idea is to recognize them with most of them are being offered 1,000 XDAI for maybe like a couple of months where they engaged with the community. And some of the translators are going to be also recognized with 500 XDAI, but it's mostly for creating an index and just read and be familiarized with everything that there is to translate. So yeah, this is an update that I wanted to be as transparent as possible because of, yeah, so some implications that it might have.
Yeah, on trans. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say like on the transparency, like we had like we didn't had a meeting with Fabio, but he was saying like something between 500, 100, 1,500 for the setting up Dune Analytics. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, he was saying like the range should be around it, and he's happy to take it. But yeah, I mean, it's between 500, 1,000 and 500.
Okay, what about Wonka? Gravity?
Yeah, this week I was working with Heather, who is someone that helps on the hiring process of Common Stack, and she helped me to design some role descriptions. So I am going to share the screen to present a little bit what we've been doing, because the idea that we have for Gravity is that the fixed roles they don't mean like not even like a full salary or even like a mid-time salary, but rather it is like a really low basis for the work that needs to be done, and we will have like a large pool of bounties. So yeah, the idea is that we will have a Graviton coordination lead that will organize the working group activities in 3-month calendars with the contributors, containing book clubs, safe spaces, content creation, role plays, continued education activities, practice groups, transition lunges, possible new projects and proposals. So this will be like, yeah, the coordinator of the activities that will be developed during 3 months. And then there will be like a treasury manager that will be like yeah, once we have like the activities coordinated and we have a plan of the activities, then this other role will be in charge of actually executing the multi-sig actions and to manage the Graviton budget and commit to the planned executions, transparency, and ethical use of funds. So basically, like this will be just an executor of the bounties regarding to the coordination that the Graviton coordination lead does, and we will have also an operation manager that should coordinate internal messaging and communication from the working group and lead the production and distribution of POAPs and also support with the platform management. So these 3 roles will be of 800 DAI per month, 2 hours a day. But like the idea is that if you commit to execute one of these activities for the bounties, you can like make your salary better, or your rewards coming from Gravity, and also that we will have active gravitons, that this role will be 1 hour a day of for a monthly revenue of 400 DAI a month. And basically this will be people that will be a point of contact for reporting issues to the TC and related communities. I want these people
Say
to
100
be
DAI a month?
400 DAI a month. Yeah, so basically, and this will be 3 people, and the idea is that these are people that is actively participating in other working groups or projects, and they can promote Gravity in their other working groups or projects. And this would just be like a small like incentive for these active Gravitons to be available in the community and to help delegate cases to other Gravitons and to act as a funnel for identifying cases. So there will be like 6 roles. There 6 people, three roles that are individual, and the active gravitons will be 3 people, and a lot of bounties. So yeah, that's the idea, and I feel more organized now than I was some weeks ago. So and I feel that the idea of having like a treasury manager eases the things of the management of the fund inside of the working group, and I want to share this as a good practice that maybe other working groups can have to ease that distribution of funds.
All right, that sounds good. And I just want to clarify with Zepti real quick. You said 500 to 5,000?
Oh no, 1,500. It's between this range. Like if you accept.
Oh,
the-
1,500.
Yeah, if you accept the comment,
Gotcha.
it should be fixed.
So 1,000 and 1,500.
Oh no, 500, 1,500. I mean, he didn't check the documentation, but he just gave me that number because he's very busy with Balancer right now. But it's just this like for one more week.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. So Wonka, is that everything?
Yeah. I feel like good with this idea, and maybe now it's just like polishing the document to like have all this in a document. But I feel like we can start working like this, like with a coordinator, a treasury management, and someone in charge of operations, having like a pool for bounties that are mostly activities regarding to prevention, and 3 active gravitons like funneling cases and being there for the community.
All right. And how about Communitas Edu? Do you have any kind of updates?
No, our funding proposal is ready since 2 weeks ago, I think. So
Okay.
the only change that probably will be happening is if we find the guides. We have a workshop for guides tomorrow, and if the only adjustment that could be happening to the funding proposal if more people commit to the guide role, but I don't think that will happen.
All right. Livy with Sofka.
We have no proposal. It's just going to be through the reward system.
I think that is everybody that's here that's represented. So is anybody having any like questions or concerns or trouble regarding their working group funding proposals that need to be addressed? Give you the space now, if not. Okay. This is one that I don't know. Tam didn't really go over this one with me. It says final params, post-voting primaries, and runoff. I don't know if Livy, do you have any insight on this one?
Post-voting primaries and runoff. I think that means just communicating which were the voting primaries winners that will make to the runoff. I put that in the forum yesterday.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, sprint board check-in. Just make sure that you're doing your sprint board check-in. Update any issues that you have. I normally go through these, but I think that I don't have time to go through every single one of them, and I'd rather have this time for people to discuss anything that we may have missed or that should be talked about. Does everybody feel good about the voting?
These are 5 proposals, right? I just want to triple check because Asset Laser is gonna be designing like a logo for each of the proposals, and yeah, this is something that we can probably have ready by Friday, so that once we put together the information on the pamphlet, it can be just easier to put it out there as soon as possible. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the first 5 proposals that are in token log are the ones that made it to the runoff.
Yep. And Chewy, are you and Acilates going to be at the voting pamphlet meeting on Friday?
I am. I don't know if he's going to be available, but I already told him that I'll be gathering the necessary information, and he already gets like what the objective is, and so yeah, I just wouldn't like to commit him if he has like any like family stuff on Friday or whatever. So yeah, I'll let him know, and if he can make it, I'm sure he can show up as well. But if not, I'm fine. Just coordinating the comms around that.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of communication with the runoff vote at least. So, looking forward to that. Does anybody else have anything that they want to bring up in the stewards call? Questions, concerns, dreams?
How are you gonna do the community call tomorrow?
Sorry?
So the community call tomorrow will be the Cagatio party, but we're gonna have updates of all the working groups and like just normal.
I think so. I think it's just going to be kind of normal, but we'll have the big Santa celebration, whatever, sing the song.
Can I
Um,
propose? Can I propose just for the matter of the holidays to have only the part that is, I think, relevant for this week? I don't know if everyone has agreed, which is the proposal part, and then just have a more community call rather than a working group call, because it feels that it's a working group call, not a community call. So I don't know if we can agree to just make the praise, make the soft gov, or perhaps make this small summary of what happens and what will happen with the proposal and stuff and the votes and the dates, and then we can just jump into what everyone will be doing. Holidays, I don't know, something more festive and not working group updates.
I think that'd be fun.
I would second that. Yeah. Maybe for example, in comms, I can think of many things that we are thankful for in the working group. So maybe it could be like what each working group is thankful for. That could bring some Christmas spirit.
yeah, I think it's a good idea. I like it. Does anybody else have any ideas around it to make it a little bit more fun and festive?
Yeah, we can do the same thing for gratefulness on everyone. We can pass just the mic the same way we do praise. We can finish with a grateful kind of what everyone that goes to the call is grateful for or looking forward each minute. Everyone, you know, kind of thing for everyone having the chance to talk on the community. Yeah, and if we have to talk to Griff just for changing the format. And if you don't manage to reach him out or whatever, I can do the facilitation.
Sing the Cagatio song. Do you guys think that's fun?
That's definitely going to happen. Yeah. It's awkward, but it's fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
I feel like somebody needs to get the actual like words and put them somewhere. But
on the presentation,
yeah, I can do that. Okay, you do that.
Okay.
And it will be nice if we just also update the slides. You just take out, just make a copy of that slides and just take out the working group this and just put praise, proposal update, and then next gratefulness, whatever, just update the slides to this specific format.
I think it would also be cool to make like a recap of what happened during the year, like the cultural build, the hatch, and now that we are aiming to the commons upgrade. And also, I remember that last year, Jess like sang to us, and that was very beautiful. So I don't know if we can have like this music. It doesn't needs to be like someone singing. We can just play a carol and like sing it together in the community.
We can talk with Aloysius. They are very good with the piano, and they did that in a TC lounge. They actually play the piano for everyone, so maybe they are up for that task.
Okay, well, I appreciate everybody bearing with me and going through my monotone stewards call here. But I appreciate everything, and if nobody has anything left to do, we'll end it 5 minutes early and call it the day. So, anybody else have anything to say?